My neighbor drives a Model X custom rims, always wearing designer sunglasses. You'd think he's crushing it, right? Last month, he knocked on my door to borrow my lawnmower. Not because his was in the shop, because he literally couldn't afford to fix it. $45 repair. Too broke. This is the same guy who makes $180,000 a year. Stop, let that sink in. He's not an idiot. He's actually brilliant electrical engineer at a major tech firm, but he's playing a game I call the visible race, and he's losing badly. Meanwhile, there's another guy in our neighborhood, drives a 2014 Accord, lives in a smaller house, wears Costco jeans. You wouldn't look at him twice. He makes $95,000 as a high school teacher. Guess which one retired last year at 43? Here's what nobody tells you. Your salary is a scam. Not because your employer is cheating you, but because the number on your paycheck is a lie that's designed to keep you broke. The real number, the only number that matters, is something called the gap. And if you don't have one, you're running on a hamster wheel that's about to catch fire. Today, I'm going to show you why most high earners are financially worse off than people making half their income. I'm going to show you the math that your Tesla-driving neighbor refuses to look at. And I'm going to show you how to escape the invisible prison your own lifestyle has built around you. This isn't going to be comfortable, but if you're tired of wondering why you make good money but still feel broke, this is your wake-up call. Let's start with a law you've never heard of that's been destroying your financial life since the day you got your first real paycheck. Parkinson's Law. Originally, it meant work expands to fill the time available for its completion. But there's a financial version, and it's absolutely brutal. Expenses rise to meet income. You got a raise? Congratulations, your brain just upgraded your lifestyle to match it. New apartment, better car, nicer restaurants. Subscriptions you don't even remember signing up for. It happens so smoothly, so naturally, that you don't even notice it's happening. And here's the stat that should terrify you. According to a 2023 survey, 52% of Americans earning between $100,000 and $150,000 per year live paycheck to paycheck. Read that again. 6 figures. Paycheck to paycheck. These aren't people struggling to survive. These are people with good jobs, advanced degrees, and successful lives on paper. But when you look at their bank accounts, zero margin for error. One car repair away from panic. One medical bill away from credit card debt. You know what that is? That's not a budget problem. That's not an income problem. That's a lifestyle trap disguised as success. Here's the brutal truth. If you earn $50,000 and spend $40,000, you have a 20% profit margin on life. If you earn $200,000 and spend $200,000, your margin is 0%. You're not rich, you're just expensive. And that's exactly where most people are stuck. They think the solution is to earn more, get the promotion, start the side hustle, make 6 figures, then 7. But here's what actually happens. You make more, you spend more, and the gap, the only number that actually matters, stays exactly the same. Or worse, it shrinks. You're not building wealth. You're building a more expensive hamster wheel. So what's the alternative? The gap. The gap is the space between what you earn and what you spend. It's the oxygen in your financial life. And if you don't have one, if you can't breathe, nothing else matters. Not your salary, not your job title. Not the equity in your house, or the balance on your 401k. If there's no gap, there's no freedom. And most people, they're suffocating. All right, now we get tactical. If the gap is the only thing that matters, how do you actually create one? Most people try to do it the hard way, budgeting, cutting back, denying themselves. And it works for about 3 weeks. Then they crack, splurge on something, and reset their lifestyle baseline right back to zero. There's a better way. I call it the invisible raise. Here's the rule. 100% of every bonus, promotion, or side hustle dollar goes directly to investments before it ever touches your checking account. Not 50%. Not whatever's left over. 100%. Why? Because the money you never see is the money you never miss. Let's say you're making $70,000 right now. You get a promotion. Congrats, you're now making $85,000. That's an extra $15,000 a year, or about $1,250 a month after taxes. The wrong move. I work hard. I deserve this. I'm finally going to upgrade my apartment, get a nicer car, eat out more. The right move, set up an automatic transfer. The day your paycheck hits, $1,250 goes straight into a brokerage account. You never see it, you never touch it. As far as your brain is concerned, you still make $70,000. You know what just happened? You gave yourself a raise your lifestyle will never know about. And here's where it gets really good. Over 10 years, assuming a 10% average return, that invisible $1,250 a month becomes $256,000. But if you spend it, it becomes nothing. Well, not nothing. It becomes a slightly nicer couch you'll replace in 5 years and restaurant meals you won't remember next week. Now let's talk about the early years, because this is where most people screw it up. There's a concept that the first $100,000 is 80% brute force and 20% market returns. Translation: when you're starting out, compound interest isn't doing much heavy lifting yet. The math is simple and brutal. The gap is the only lever you have. You can't control the stock market. You can't control interest rates. You can't control your employer's raise schedule, but you can control the gap. And in those early years, that's the only thing you can control. So when you get a tax refund, invisible raise, year-end bonus, invisible raise, freelance gig, invisible raise, sold something on Facebook Marketplace, you guessed it, invisible raise. This isn't about deprivation. It's about playing offense. Every dollar you capture before your lifestyle notices is a soldier you're sending to the front lines of your financial freedom. And the enemy, it's not your boss. It's not the economy. It's the version of you that thinks you deserve to spend every dollar you earn. All right, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. Let's talk about the big three, the three categories that are quietly bleeding your gap to death: housing, transportation, food. These three expenses account for roughly 60–70% of the average American spending. And here's the thing, most people are dramatically overpaying in all three categories because they've been sold a lie. Let's start with the biggest one, housing. You've heard it 1,000 times. Renting is throwing money away. A mortgage is an investment. You're building equity. Cool story, let's do the math. The average American throws away about $18,000 per year in rent. But homeowners, they throw away more. About $22,000 in property taxes, insurance, HOA fees, maintenance, and mortgage interest, the part of the payment that doesn't build equity. Wait, what? Yeah, homeowners are throwing away more money than renters. The difference? Renters know they're renting. Homeowners think they're investing. And here's the kicker, equity is illiquid. You can't spend it without selling the house, and if you sell the house, where are you going to live? So you've got this big pile of wealth that you can't touch, unless you're willing to become homeless. Meanwhile, the renter with $2 million in index funds can access liquidity anytime, sleep anywhere, and never worry about a roof repair bankrupting them. Liquidity beats equity, every single time. Now let's talk about the thing that makes me want to flip a table, transportation. Specifically the pavement princess trap. You know the truck I'm talking about. $70,000, lifted. Spotless bed because it's never hauled anything heavier than groceries. Monthly payment, $1,200. But I need it for work. No, you don't. You need a vehicle. You want a status symbol. Let's do the poverty math. $1,200 a month for 7 years is $100,800 in payments. But that's not the real cost. The real cost is what that money could have become if you'd invested it instead. At a 10% return, that $1,200 a month over 7 years grows to $151,000. So your $70,000 truck actually cost you $151,000 in future wealth. And in 7 years, it'll be worth maybe $25,000. You didn't buy a truck. You bought a financial anxiety machine that steals your freedom every single month. Here's the rule: if you're not financially independent yet, you drive the cheapest, reliable car you can stomach. A 2015 Honda Accord, a 2012 Toyota Camry. Boring? Absolutely. But you know what's really boring? Working until you're 70 because you needed everyone at the stoplight to know you have good credit. And finally, food. This one sneaks up on people. $15 here, $40 there, $80 for a nice dinner on Friday. It doesn't feel like a lot in the moment. But let's say you spend $800 a month eating out. That's pretty normal for a lot of people. Over 10 years, invested at 10%, that's $163,000. You ate $163,000. I'm not saying never go to restaurants. I'm saying be conscious. Meal prep, cook at home, make eating out a special thing, not a default thing. Because every dollar you spend on processed food is a dollar you didn't spend buying back your life. Okay, let's zoom out. Because here's the part that changes everything. The gap doesn't just make you richer, it makes the finish line closer. Most people think financial independence is about accumulating wealth. Get to $1 million, 2 million, keep stacking. But that's only half the equation. The other half, the part nobody talks about, is lowering your cost of living. Let me show you two people. Person A, a doctor, makes $300,000 a year, lives in a $1.2 million house, drives a $90,000 car, spends $250,000 a year. Gap, $50,000. Person B, a teacher, makes $60,000 a year, rents a modest apartment, drives a paid-off Civic, spends $35,000 a year. Gap, $25,000. Who retires first? You'd think the doctor, right? They're saving twice as much per year. Wrong. The doctor needs to replace $250,000 in annual spending. Using the 4% rule, they need $6.25 million to retire. The teacher needs to replace $35,000. They need $875,000. At their current savings rates, the doctor hits $6.25 in about 33 years. The teacher hits $875K in about 19 years. The teacher retires 14 years earlier than the doctor, making 1/5 the salary. Stop. Let that sink in. This is the magic of the gap. It's a double attack. When you save more money, two, you need less money. Every dollar you cut from your lifestyle is a dollar you don't have to replace in retirement. And that means every dollar you cut brings the finish line closer. This is your freedom number, the amount of money you need invested to never work again. And the gap is the only thing that determines how fast you get there. Wide gap, short timeline, narrow gap. You're working until you're old. Zero gap, you're never retiring. And here's the brutal part. Most people are on track to work until they're 65, 70, maybe longer. Not because they didn't earn enough, but because they spent it all. They confused a high salary with wealth. They confused looking rich with being free. Don't be those people. Let's bring this home. The gap isn't about numbers in a bank account. It's not about being cheap or depriving yourself or living like a monk. The gap is about buying back your life. Every month you widen the gap, you're buying back time. Time you don't have to spend in a cubicle. Time you don't have to spend answering emails at 9 p.m. Time you don't have to spend pretending to care about meetings that could have been emails. This is what I call time arbitrage. You trade a little bit of lifestyle inflation now for years of freedom later, and the math is absurdly in your favor. Let's say you're 30 years old. You tighten up your spending, widen your gap, and retire at 45. That's 15 years of working. Your neighbor, the one with the Tesla and the lawnmower problem, works until 65. That's 35 years. You both spent the same number of total years alive, but you got 20 extra years of freedom. 20 years where you wake up and do whatever you want. Travel, hobbies, time with your kids, sleeping in, building something that matters to you. Your neighbor, they got a nicer car, that's the trade. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So here's my challenge to you, calculate your gap right now. Take your monthly income, subtract your monthly spending. What's left? If it's zero or worse, negative, you're not on a path to freedom. You're on a path to working forever. But if you've got a gap, protect it, widen it. Treat it like the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Every dollar in the gap is a vote for your future self. A vote that says, I'd rather be free than look rich. And here's the secret nobody tells you. True wealth is invisible. The teacher who retired at 43, nobody knows. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't flex. He just lives. The guy with the Model X, everyone thinks he's rich, but he's one emergency away from financial collapse. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep playing the visible race, trying to impress people who don't care about you with money you don't have? Or are you going to go invisible, build the gap, and buy back the one thing you can never get more of? Your time. The choice is yours, but I promise you this, 5 years from now you'll wish you started today, so start. Calculate your freedom number, build your gap. Take your life back.